The Queen Bee, a classic fairy tale collected by the Brothers Grimm, tells the story of three princely brothers and illustrates the profound impact of compassion and kindness. The two older brothers are portrayed as cruel and thoughtless, while the youngest, often called Simpleton or Whittling, is gentle and empathetic. The narrative begins with two older sons of a king venturing out to seek their fortunes, but they fall into a reckless and disorderly way of life. The youngest son, concerned for his siblings, sets out to find them. When he does, they mock his simplicity, believing he could not possibly succeed in the world where they, in their cleverness, had failed. As the three brothers travel together, they encounter several opportunities to inflict harm on the natural world. They first come across an anthill, which the older brothers wish to destroy for their amusement. The youngest brother, however, intervenes, saying, "Leave the creatures alone. I won't suffer them to be killed." Later, they arrive at a lake where ducks are swimming. The two older brothers want to catch and cook them, but again the youngest brother protects the animals. Their journey then leads them to a bee's nest in a tree, overflowing with honey. The older brothers devise a plan to light a fire to suffocate the bees and steal the honey. But the youngest brother once more steps in to save the insects. The brothers eventually arrive at an enchanted castle where everything is eerily silent, and the horses in the stable are made of stone. Inside, they are met by a little gray-haired man who provides them with a meal and a place to sleep. The next morning, the man shows them a stone table upon which 3 tasks are inscribed. Completing these tasks will break the castle's enchantment, but failure comes at a steep price: being turned to stone. The first task is to find 1,000 of the princess's pearls, which have been scattered in the moss of the forest. The eldest brother attempts the challenge but fails, finding only 100 pearls before sunset, and is consequently turned to stone. The second brother meets the same fate after finding only 200 pearls. When it is the youngest brother's turn, he despairs at the seemingly impossible task. Seeing his plight, the king of the ants, whose colony he had saved, comes to his aid with 5,000 ants. Together, they diligently gather all 1,000 pearls. The second task is to retrieve the key to the princess's bedchamber from the bottom of a lake. The ducks that the youngest brother had saved swim down and bring the key to him. The final and most difficult task is to identify the youngest and loveliest of 3 sleeping princesses who look identical. The only clue is that before they fell asleep, the eldest had eaten a piece of sugar, the second some syrup, and the youngest a spoonful of honey. As the young prince puzzles over this, the queen bee he protected from the fire flies in. She tastes the lips of all 3 princesses and settles on the one who had eaten honey. With the correct princess identified, the enchantment is broken. Everyone who had been turned to stone is restored to their human form. The youngest brother marries the youngest and sweetest princess and, after her father's death, becomes king. His 2 older brothers, in turn, marry the other 2 sisters. The tale concludes with a powerful message about the rewards of good deeds and the triumph of a kind heart over cruelty.